From Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is The Pulse.
Hello, my name is Tiana Pertiller.
And I'm Hadil Al-Huwaiti. Welcome to the Pulse Plus.
On August 25th, Hurricane Harvey hit Texas, causing devastating floods in Houston, turning its main streets into rivers and forcing people to climb into their roofs. Thousands were evacuated from their homes. Here at Sacred Heart, students have gotten together to help support those in need. Here's Hussein Al-Shahiri with the story.
Hurricane Harvey was the worst storm to hit the United States in 12 years.
We want to do everything we possibly can to keep people out of rising water.
Sacred Heart University has wonderfully launched a human initiative to help Texas, following the destruction caused by Hurricane Harvey through the establishment of an office for student support and donations.
I heard about Hurricane Harvey because it was such a big thing right here in America. Being that it was right here, so close to home, everyone should do what they can to help out because who knows, one day it could happen in your state, it could happen to your family. So those who are affected should be treated like your own family. Everyone should do what they can, whether it's donating money, donating time, whatever you could do, you should really just try to help out.
I just received email from my university to support people who are suffering from Hurricane Harvey in Texas. So we would like to support them, to donate for them by give them food, clothes, and whatever they need.
I don't have any connections to Texas, but what I've seen on the news and on my phone and things like that, obviously I think it's really sad. It's definitely hard to see people losing their homes and losing basically everything that they know.
I know a lot of people try to make it their purpose to donate and give back to them in different things like clothing, food, money and stuff for they can survive and build back their communities that the people that got washed away and stuff in the hurricane.
Houston is rebuilding now, but hurricane season is not over yet, and more storms are on the way. Be careful and stay safe.
Bright colors always attract people in New York City. One particular spray painter does an amazing job of enticing the tourists in Times Square. Sarah Ahmed has the story.
If you found yourself surrounded by colors, attracted by extraordinary colors everywhere, then you're probably in New York City. An artist in New York gains money by spray painting.
My name is Bogdan. I'm originally from the Ukraine. I got the master's in the international economics and international trade. I work with the spray paint. I do spray paintings here in Times Square. I'm doing it for more than 5 years already. And practice, all the time practice, makes it better and better every time. I don't have any other job but this. I like to work for myself. I like to be self-employed. I don't like to be told when I have to come out to work, what do I have to do, how do I have to do it. For those people who are homeless or who are having no job, who cannot find something to make a living with, these people just have to try to do a lot of stuff, a lot of different things, just try to find themselves in some kind of field that they might like or they might succeed. Because if you will not do something, you will not get anything. I like when people are gathering around me and they're excited about what I'm doing. I'm flattered when they're, even if they cannot get my paintings or pictures, they're like taking photos. They like it. That's why they are taking pictures of it. Basically, I like when people are coming to me. I'm using different spray paint, different spray paint cans because of different thickness, because of different color pigments. Some of them are stronger, some of them are weaker, some of them are better for the covering the other colors. I'm also using the spatula. It's like the small spatula for making buildings and details. It's a big spatula for covering, like separating the picture in a few parts. I'm using some leads to cover circles to make the forms. And I'm also using a lot of stencils, which I'm cutting out. First I'm actually drawing the stencil, then I'm cutting it out with X-Acto knife. And then I'm spray painting it to make some customized logos or images, which people ask me to do. If I would have a chance to draw something on the moon, it would be probably the peace sign, to get the message to the world that everything should be resolved in a peaceful way, that peace should be everywhere, and to stop like any kind of violence and wars and whatever is crazy happening in the world.
Wow, I wish I could paint like him. That was so cool.
It's such a great way to make a living. As many students know, parking is a big issue here at Sacred Heart. The hunt for a parking spot on campus can be very frustrating, and with more students enrolling every year, the problem is only getting worse. Our Marwan Al-Jahani spoke with some faculty and students about the issue.
I'm Arlene Johnson, adjunct in biology, and parking is an issue here. This afternoon I had to come in and do some work, and I was lucky. Someone was backing out, so I had no problem getting a parking place. But in the morning, sometimes it's really tough when I come for my class. And also, some of the students drive so that they're, ready to just kill for a place. So we need more parking here.
Students who are running late for a class often have to park illegally and expose themselves to fines.
And I think parking here is a big issue. Just to find a parking spot, like at certain times of the day, I have to come 45 minutes to an hour beforehand. I only live 7 minutes away, and you pay for a parking spot, but you don't have one guaranteed to you. I think it's ridiculous.
We do have a good parking lot here, but parking on the sides like this, it may create some problem, but it's good though. We have a very vast parking lots here in Sacred Heart University, and we are going to be very big in few more years. Like couple of years, Sacred Heart is going to bang.
It seems that the solution with this problem is to stop your car aside and use the university buses. Is a quick solution to get to the university without delay or fine. Marwan Al-Jahani, Sacred Heart University.
Coming up after the break, meet musician Joe Carter and go behind the scenes at Sacred Heart's Media Exchange event. Welcome back to the Pulse Plus. Ramadan is considered to be the most important month of the year for Muslims. 2 months ago, I observed Ramadan with a group of friends. Here's what it looked like.
افرحوا يا بنات يلا وهيصوا رمضان منور فوانيسه يا حلاوة الدين والقمر الدين وكياس النقل وقراطيسه.
The month of Ramadan is that in which was revealed the Quran, a guidance for the people and clear proofs of guidance and criterion. So whoever sights the new moon of the month, let him fast it, and whoever is ill or on a journey, then an equal number of other days. Allah intends for you ease and does not intend for you hardship, and wants for you to complete the period and to glorify Allah for that to which He has guided you, and perhaps you will be grateful.
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. It is the holy month Muslims believe the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. Muslims take extra time and focus to improve their deen, which means being good to people and doing acts of charity. This is a time all Muslims look forward to for self-improvement.
Today I am learning about Ramadan, and what I've learned so far is that it is the 9th month on the Islamic calendar, and they celebrate every night. They fast all day and celebrate at night by eating their breakfast. I've never experienced this before. It's very welcoming, it's very delicious, and I'm excited to be a part of this, and everyone is so nice and giving of their food and sharing their customs with us who are not of the faith and don't know about what Ramadan really is.
The fanus, a type of lantern, is symbolic of the hope and light that Ramadan represents to Muslims all around the world. Muslims like the fanus to share that light and hope with all people.
الحقيقة هذه ما أول سنة أجرب فيها رمضان خارج الوطن، تقريبا هذه المرة الثالثة أجرب فيها رمضان في أمريكا. تعلمت أشياء كثيرة على الرغم من الأشياء اللي تنقصني لما أكون لما كنت في الوطن، لما كنت في السعودية. رمضان تعرف الأجواء العائلية والروحانية وهذه الأمور وتسمع صوت الأذان، هذه الأشياء كلها تنقصني هنا. ولكن على الرغم من كل هذا أنا تعلمت إنه أنا أكون ممتن للإيجابيات اللي كنت أحصل عليها لما كنت في السعودية.
The fast is usually broken with particular foods such as dates, soup, and sometimes sambusa, depending on which culture you're celebrating. Ramadan has grown beyond just the religious observation. The holy month allows for Muslim communities across all cultures to not only come together amongst themselves, but also to welcome and share their values with those outside the faith. Opening and sharing can bring all people together. Alhamdulillah.
واحنا بنحسب لك ونوصف لك ونرتب لك
Faculty member Joe Carter loves jazz. He also loves Brazilian music. Reporter Mohamed Amoteri met with the professor recently to learn about his passion for the two genres and how he combines them to make marvelous music.
My name is Joe Carter. I am a freelance musician, which means I play with different musicians all the time. Personally, there are certain musicians that have influenced me. People like trumpet player Miles Davis, or saxophonist Dexter Gordon, or piano player Bill Evans. These musicians were playing specifically jazz, but then there's also Brazilians like Antonio Carlos Jobim who has influenced me. This is one group that I play a lot with. It's called Sambaleza, made up of myself on guitar. We have a vocalist, Laura Volpin-Testa, and we have a bassist, Jeff Fuller. So this particular event is a concert series that we do occasionally. We did one or two others in the past years, and they asked us to be part of this year's series. So here we are. So our music is Brazilian jazz, which combines traditional Brazilian music with North American jazz. And that's what we perform. So we'll do things like a song from a Brazilian composer, but we'll add in improvisation, which is coming from North American jazz. So it's a combination of the two, North and South. And this is something I teach in my classes, because I teach two specific classes, History of Jazz and also the Music of Latin America. And in both those classes, I talk about the roots of the music. The roots of the music are coming from Africa. It's when the African slaves came to North America, and from there, jazz developed. But at the same time, a lot of people don't realize that, is that Brazil had slavery also. In fact, in slavery in Brazil, there was, if I remember my statistics, 6 times as many slaves were brought to Brazil as the United States. And Brazil and slavery lasted until 1888 in Brazil. So we have Brazilian music developing from the influence of African music coming from the African slaves also. So it's because both of those styles have their roots in Africa that they are compatible. Well, I guess the big thing for me is the instrument that I use, the guitar. And the guitar, in my opinion, is the perfect instrument when blending these two styles of jazz, those two styles of music, because the guitar is very important to Brazilian music, and it's also as important to North American jazz too. So it's the instrument itself that helps me combine the two styles. If I was playing another instrument, let's say the trumpet, I could make it work, but it's not the same sort of thing. It's more comfortable because of the instrument, because I play guitar.
Each year, students enrolled in the Masters of Communication program at Sacred Heart University experience the challenge of working on a live television production. This past spring, students worked side by side with their professors preparing for the 6th annual Show Media Exchange, which focused on fake news. Reporter Sarah Ahmed captured some of the action behind the scenes.
While students at other universities attend traditional classes, students enrolled in the Masters of Communication program at Sacred Heart University experience the challenge of hands-on live production. Students encounter real-world challenges that they would experience in the professional media industry. This year, students alongside their professors are preparing for the 6th annual Shoe Media Exchange, which will focus on fake news, real problems.
this experience, I think it's gonna add a lot of things. Because you're working along with many different perspectives, many different point of views, and you discuss your idea and you fight for it to be in the show. So you're learning a lot, you experienced a lot, so it's, especially the professors, they are treating us in this program as professionals. They did not treat us as students. So they have a higher expectation from us, and we try our best to reach that expectation and not to let them down.
The SHU Media Exchange really gives all students the opportunity to actually work outside the classroom. You're not just reading from a textbook and you're not just listening to a presentation in the classroom. You're actually working together to build something greater for the town and for the school. Then I got more of an opportunity to step outside of my comfort zone and actually get the behind-the-scenes look at how to build graphics and how to actually go about producing the show. I realized it's more than just, putting together an event and just event planning. And the SHU Media Exchange is something that you can put on your resume and have it there for the rest of your life. And it's something that you can talk about and bring up with in interviews and just random conversations with people. And it'll always be something that you can remember as a step in your career path.
This year we decided to focus on fake news. One, it's an issue that is very critical to our democracy. We think it's one that needs to be discussed, identified, clarified, and talked about in a way that gives understanding to the viewers who are going to see this. We've watched the changes in our political system related to this issue, and we think it's an important subject to touch upon.
This story has been in the news almost every day since the beginning of the election, and it seems like it's not going away.
I think what this particular mod does is it gives our students a preparation for how they're going to move forward with their careers. And this kind of hands-on opportunity is something that we provide here at the university that I think is unique and special, and I think it prepares our students in a way that really, when they leave here, they are ready to work as professionals.
This is probably my favorite course in the entire program of MACOM, and the reason is because the students have now come quite a way from the beginning of the course, and I think the students at the end of it will really have enjoyed doing this project.
For more information about the SHU Media Exchange, visit www.shu-mediaexchange.com. This is Ibrahim Adabanja, reporting from Sacred Heart University.
It was an amazing experience. I learned a lot.
I agree. It was definitely a great peek into how the real world is going to be. After the break, we'll take a look at the Eid celebration held at the Bridgeport Islamic Center.
Welcome back to the Pulse Plus. Muslim people celebrate Eid al-Adha in all of the Muslim countries. Muslims here in the United States celebrate the holiday as well. So what is Eid al-Adha all about? Our reporters Muhammad Al-Mutari and Sarah Ahmed have the story.
Eid al-Adha, which is also called the sacrifice feast. Eid al-Adha is the second Islamic holiday. At Eids in general, Muslims make a special effort to perform the Eid prayer and visit family members and friends. Here in the United States, however, that might be a bit difficult, especially for people who have no relatives in the US. On Monday, September 4th, the Bridgeport Islamic Center organized Eid event for everyone in the area.
We have just two Eid, two official Eid, Islamic Eid, which Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. So we need to celebrate our Eid, to let our children and let our youth recognize the real Islamic holidays.
The type of activities that we had at this event was a henna that the sisters did for the brothers and sisters. We had trivia games where the brothers and sisters would both participate, and they would, depending on who won, they would receive a gift. We had different games that the sisters had organized.
It's a very important for us because we are increasing the Islamic knowledge with our kids, with our youth. We give the Islamic environment to our families and to our community, which is it's a very important in this country. This is the only way to let them know their Islam and feel their Islam. Our holidays, it's attached with our obedience to Allah. So we do not celebrate because our desires or because we follow our own selves. We celebrate because our obedience to Allah. So our celebration, it's attached to our obedience. It's attached directly to our religion. Now.
After a busy and successful summer, I had the opportunity to sit down with Jasmine Pertiller, a Connecticut-based fashion designer, to hear more about her brand and upcoming endeavors. Let's take a look.
I would describe Styled by Jazz in 3 words: bold, innovative, and limitless. I was inspired to start my brand, I would say a couple years ago. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know what my next move was, and I've always loved fashion, always loved styling people. So I decided that I wanted to just create something with my own name on it. I would have to say the fact that my brand is not predictable makes it stand out from other brands. 9 times out of 10, I never know what I'm gonna do next, so most people don't know what to expect from me next, and I think that brings a very fresh perspective to my brand as opposed to other brands. I don't sketch or draw anything. I just really go into fabric stores, look at fabric, feel it, kind of pair it up with contrasting prints or textures, and then that's kind of where the dress ideas come from, or the purse ideas will come from. I like being able to see a dress in my mind and then make the dress and see it on someone else. So being able to just bring life to my ideas is what motivates me every day. My favorite fabric is anything with African print on it. It's always gonna be loud and in your face, and I just love that about African print fabric. In the next 5 years, I would love to open a boutique, like a brick and mortar store, and ultimately just create an awareness that exceeds my imagination. I just want to grow my brand, I don't know, kind of reach people that I never thought I could reach through Styled by Jazz. My fashion motto goes hand in hand with my tagline, which is for the fashionably bold. I just always say, be fearless, be bold, and be unapologetically you. Someone who's not afraid to walk into a room and have all eyes on her. No matter if you're wearing a head wrap or earrings or a clutch, you're bound to have people drawn to you. And so I think the woman who can accept that and is not afraid to just be herself, that's who my brand is for. So what I want people to take away from my line is a sense of uniqueness that they can't find everywhere else. I want people to be able to know that when they come to Styled by Jazz and they order something from me, they're getting an original piece, and when they put it on, whatever it is, that they're gonna stand out, and that no one else is going to look just like them. So it's just a sense of uniqueness that you can't find everywhere.
It's nice. I like her fashion style. It's unique.
I do too, and the choices of fabric she uses are amazing.
That's all the news we have for now. I'm Hadil Al-Huwaiti.
And I'm Tiana Pertiller. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on the Pulse Plus.